Guys, Brookhaven updated, and you can see that on the right it released a lot of new things. It literally released a new game pass that gives me many new things here in the game. So today I want to test with you everything that was released in the Brookhaven update. So for that I called this friend of mine who's going to help me, and he just got a new car. Wait, soon we're going to test the new cars. But first I want to see the new game pass that was released in Brookhaven. He said, wait, a new game pass was released? And he even got scared. But really a new game pass was released, and literally I want to buy this right now. So now I'm finally buying this amazing game pass that's going to let me customize my Brookhaven vehicle. Okay, I bought it. And now that I got this game pass, I can get any car from the right. I'm going to unlock this button up here. And in this button, you can see that there are two options. I can, for example, change the wheels and leave my car exactly like this. Literally, my car doesn't have wheels anymore. I can also activate fire and smoke. This is something that has been in the game for a long time. But now it also released a new option, which is the second option that looks amazing. You can see that there are several things that I can do, and I didn't really understand what this is. But from what I noticed, I can put light under the car. And if this is true, this is going to be really amazing. So I just put this light under the car, and now my car is really beautiful. You can see that this light is showing up here, and it's really beautiful. There are several other lights that I can put on my car. He said, make the game night to see how this looks. Okay, I'll try to do this now. Brookhaven became totally night, and you can see that this light under the car is amazing. And also up here I can choose other colors. I can put, for example, 2 colors, and I can leave the light under the car like this. I can also leave it like this, as if I were a policeman. I can also leave the light under the car like this. You can see that this is really very different. I can also leave it exactly like this, as if it were raining. There's also this other option, which I found a little weird, and also a little ugly. And finally there's this option, which is also really weird. I didn't really understand what this is, but my favorite for sure is this one, and also the police light. This is literally amazing. Now my friend left here. I don't know what happened, but he got out of the car, and he just got a police car, and he'll probably put the lights under the car. He said, I don't have game pass. Okay, I'll have to give this to him. I'm going to send a gift to my friend, and then he'll finally be able to get this game pass. Perfect, he received it, and now he managed to put this effect. This on the police car looks really cool. It looks like he's a real policeman, and he's really chasing me. But now he came back here. But I can also make another modification. I can literally change the light that's under my car. I can put the light that I want, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But my friend just disappeared. Literally, he vanished, and on the right you can see that 3 new cars were released. This is the first car of all, and this is amazing. Now finally my friend just came back here. He got in the car, and this car is really weird, and this car is completely bugged. I can't change the turbo. Literally, I can't change this. But here on the left I can change the car light color, and I can leave it blue like this. I can also leave it white, and I can leave it the way I want. This is amazing. This is probably the best update of all. But I want to make the car meeting. He said, does this work on motorcycles? I believe not. But I just got this motorcycle, and unfortunately I don't have these options. I can't put these effects on the motorcycle, but maybe I can do this on the truck. So I got this truck, and now you can see that it doesn't have these effects. It looks like only some very specific cars have these effects. But there's this option in the middle that looks very secret. I still haven't tested this option. You can see that on the left there are these 2 buttons that I don't know what they do, but it looks like this changes the car light. You can make it shine like this. I can also increase the distance, where the light stays exactly like this. I prefer it to be smaller, so I'm going to leave all of this very low, because this way it looks much better. And it looks like this friend of mine is coming here. Finally, he ended up coming back here in the game, and now he just crashed into my car. But I think he didn't even notice that the game updated. From the looks of it, he just saw this. Literally, there are new lights on the cars. Now he even got scared. But he's coming here to test this. He's testing all the options, and this really turned out amazing. Now he just ran away from here. Guys, he disappeared. He said, let's see who makes the most beautiful car. Yes, later we're going to do that. But first I have to see the new cars that were released. It looks like this car fits 4 people. I'm coming here to pick up this friend of mine, and he also has to come in this car. So finally he got in here, and this car is simply amazing. But I want to make a change to its suspension. The car got lowered, and it's exactly like this. But now I'm going to make this more beautiful. Okay, the car turned out like this. It's amazing. This car is much more beautiful than before because of the modifications I made. But now I'm coming here to pick up another friend, and it looks like another friend of mine joined the game, and he's exactly here. So he just has to get in the car. Seriously, this update is amazing. But I want to test the other cars too. So much so that I'm arriving here in the front so they can get their house. Each one is getting their house, and I'm coming here in the front to get a house too. But I got a house where I'm going to leave my cars, and it looks like this friend of mine got this car. Literally, he got the new update car, and he's leaving it here in the garage. Guys, this update car is amazing. But now I'm going to leave my car in the garage. This car will be red, and the next car will be purple, because it's the color of my Roblox character. In fact, my friend is very happy, but it looks like he's not going to get a car too. And since you're not going to get a car, at least get a house. And now he's going there to get a house. Meanwhile, I got this new car. In this car, 4 people also fit. In fact, he ended up getting a totally secret house in the game. It's a house that almost no player has. So much so that he ended ended up coming back here, and again I'm going to change the color of this car. This car turned out like this, and this is very beautiful. The interior of the car is like this. Actually, there's not much inside. I'm coming here in the front, and this car is really beautiful, but I want to see what else was released in the game. But again, my friend ended up getting out of the car, and I don't know what happened. However, he ended up leaving here. Look, this friend of mine is very weird. I only know that now I'm coming here in the front, and I flipped my car. This car of mine is very weird, so I'm coming here to pick up my other friend. He's going to help me test everything that was released in the update. So much so that he got in here, and he'll have to help me test all the cars, and also secret functions that were released in the game. Seriously, this will be your role. He said, test another car that was released. I know another car was released, but first I want to try to make this car more beautiful. Maybe I can put a spoiler, but this didn't look very beautiful, and I think there's no way to improve this car, because it's already really beautiful. So I'm just going to take it to my garage, because that's what I'm doing. I'm taking all the possible cars here to the garage. So I'm arriving right here, and my garage is starting to look really beautiful. So I'm going to leave this car exactly here, but this won't be totally inside the garage. Part of it will be outside the garage, and the other part inside the garage. And now the last car, it's probably the best car of all. And he also doesn't know what car this is. But he ended up leaving here. Now he ended up getting this car that changed. Wait, did the Bugatti change in Brookhaven? Guys, I didn't know that the Bugatti had been changed. This is literally something new. Later I'm going to test this Bugatti. So much so that he deleted the car. And this is the other car that was released in Brookhaven. I don't know exactly what car this is. It's probably an original Brookhaven car. But I want you to choose a color for this car. He said, yellow or orange. Really, this car is going to look very beautiful in orange. So now I'm going to make some modifications. So much so that it turned out like this. The light under the car is a little weird because it looks yellow, but actually it's orange. Now I just fell here, and this is probably the most beautiful car of the update. These are the 3 cars that were released, but there were more cars that were modified. I'm still going to test them today, but now I'm coming here in the front, and I hope there aren't any policemen on the server, because I don't know if they're going to arrest me. But now I'm going back home to leave this car there, and there's a soldier passing here in the front, but it looks like he's coming back here. Guys, this isn't very good, because there's a chance he's chasing me. I hope he doesn't do that, especially because I'm respecting the traffic laws. I'm even stopped here, but he just arrived here, and now he stopped me. I simply didn't do anything big, and even so he came here to arrest me. He said, you stopped at the green light. Wait, so I can't do that? But I already know. I'm going to crash into his car, and now I'm going to run away from here. I doubt he's going to be able to chase me, so much so that actually he's already coming here. Okay, this is worse than it looks. I'm going to have to go back home and hide, but I'm going to have to do this in record time. So I'm arriving here, and I'm going to have to store the car in my friend's house. He opened the garage, and I'm going to leave the car here, so much so that he just closed the garage, and I'm safe. Now you can see that the soldier is arriving here, and I'm sure he doesn't know the exact location where I am, especially because he passed right by. Very likely I'm safe, and he has to let me leave here. But he just showed up at the door, and he said, cars with lights under them are forbidden in the city. Look, this doesn't make sense. And it looks like even he agreed. But he left here, and he just opened the garage for me to leave here. Okay, finally I can get out of here. But this is worse than it looks. He's hitting my car, and I don't know why, but he broke it. Dude, he literally broke my car, and he shouldn't have done that. But now he's laughing at me, so I have to get revenge on him. What he did was really unforgivable. So much so that he went back to his car, and now he just left here as if nothing had happened. Everything he did was literally unforgivable. But before that, I'm going to test the update. On the right, you can see that there are several old vehicles, and you can see that this Bugatti was changed. For some reason, it turned out like this. In the past, this vehicle was really different. Now it came back in the car, and this was completely different. I don't know why they changed this vehicle. So much so that it turned out more beautiful on the side, but in the front, it turned out really ugly. Here are all the vehicles in Brookhaven, and if I get here in the front, probably there's also the Bugatti. Actually, I'm not finding the Bugatti. Okay, I just left the Bugatti, and you can see that in the past it was like this. The Bugatti was like this. In the past it was really simple, and today it's like this. It actually turned out really beautiful, but it didn't change much. It's basically the same car, and without a doubt there were many changes. This also happened with this Ferrari on the right. My friend got out of the car, and he ended up getting this vehicle. This vehicle in the past was red, but these vehicles are really interesting. Now I'm going to change this vehicle, but this friend of mine is coming back here. In fact, this car has this light under it, which is really beautiful. And this soldier saw me. Okay, this isn't very good. I'm going to hit his car like this, but nothing happened. This is terrible. Literally, there's no way to escape, and there's no way for me to get revenge on the policeman. So we can only run away from here for now. Later, we're going to get the safe from his house. So I'm hiding here, so he doesn't see me in Brookhaven. Perfect. I doubt he's going to see me, especially because the car is hidden here in this part. But you can see that he's arriving exactly here, and he'll hardly see me. It's going to be almost impossible for him to see me. But he ended up coming back here in the front, and really he didn't see me. Finally, I can leave here. But I want to see if more vehicles changed in Brookhaven, because there's a chance more vehicles were altered in the game. But before that, I'm going to hit this car, and literally it didn't move. I'm looking at all the vehicles on the right, and this tractor was modified. Now for some reason it turned red. I don't know why they changed the color of this car. This is the most random car of all. But even so, they ended up changing the color of the car. I can, for example, put this chair in the front, and if my friend sits here, I can literally lift him up here. This is a really cool secret that this tractor has. But I don't know why they changed this tractor. I'm looking at all the vehicles on the right to see if there were more modifications. And there really were. This car got a new color. They probably did this because of copyright. But this vehicle turned out really weird. I don't think this turned out very cool. So I changed the color of the car. But now the top part of the car doesn't change. The only part of the car that changes is the bottom color. And this is very different. In fact, I think this car was altered. This wasn't like this in the past. The windows are different, and I'm sure there were many changes. This is the car in the past. I'm going to leave its color like this, but it looks like there really weren't many modifications. There was only a change in the color of the car, and probably there were more cars that were changed. But the soldier is coming here running, and he's going to hit my car. Now his car is completely broken. He literally broke his car, and he simply ended up without a car. But guys, he got so mad that he left the game. I didn't understand why he left the game suddenly, so I just looked at all the cars in the game, and there weren't any more modifications. But there are lights under the car that are really weird. This light is definitely very different. I can change the color under the car to make it look like this. But if it's night, the effect looks much better. Seriously, this is much better. But now I want to get my favorite car. Okay, I just got this car. But now I'm going to modify it, and I'm trying to put a spoiler. But I'm not managing to. Perfect, I managed to. And now this turned out really beautiful. You can see that this car turned out simply different and cool. It's something that I've been waiting to be released in the game for a long time. And finally it was released. But now you can see that my friend is arriving here, and he came with the weirdest car of all. And even the weirdest car has lights under it. I don't know why they did this with this car. You can see that my friend is modifying this, and he's changing the settings until this car turned out pretty cool. But this is definitely the ugliest car of all. So now we're racing in Brookhaven, and I'm literally sure I'm going to win. So much so that the race just started. But my friend is really slow, so I'm going to let him pass here in the front. But now finally I'm going to start accelerating for real. And I already started beating him. I'm finally finishing this race, and I ended up winning it. Now he's arriving here, and he literally broke his car. Look, congratulations! You just broke your car. And he broke the ugliest car of all. So I just got this vehicle, and you can see that right here on the left there's this button where I can put music in this vehicle. Okay, this is much weirder than it looks. Now my friend's car looks like a submarine. For those who don't know, Brookhaven updated and released 3 vehicles on the right. This is one of the vehicles that were released. And today I want to test with you all the secrets that came out in the update. Things you didn't know and changes you didn't see. And it looks like my friend is calling me here. So I'm coming here to see what he has to say. He said, it's the first time all our friends are in one server. Wait, that's true! All my friends just joined the game, and it had been months since that happened. But I'm coming here to drive this car because I want to test the secrets of the update. So I'm coming here in the front to pick up one of my friends. But for some reason he's racing. He got out of the car, and it looks like he's calling me. Look, that's not very cool. I'll have to race against him, when actually I wanted all the secrets of the update, because there were changes that I'm sure you didn't see, and at any moment the race will start. Perfect, it started. So now I'm coming here in the front, and I'm sure I'll beat him. But finally I passed him, and I ended up winning. I even crashed the car. Look, that wasn't very cool. Luckily my car wasn't destroyed, but his car was completely destroyed. Look, what happened here was really sad. He just got out of his car, and you destroyed your Roblox car. I don't know how you did something like that with a car that was perfect. He said, help me modify another car. And I don't know if I can do that, because I have to help this other friend of mine. Now he managed to fix his car, but it looks like he just abandoned me and left. So much so that he's going back there in the front to his house, and he picked up that player. Literally, he grabbed that player who just came back there. But I need his help to get a new car. On the right, I'll choose the second car, because this car looks really ugly. That doesn't look good at all. I want to try to find a way to make this car look good, because this is definitely the ugliest car of all. He said, I think this car is beautiful, but he's the only one who thinks this car is beautiful. So now I'm coming back here, and unfortunately he lost his car, and I'm serious. You can see that now even he got scared and decided to come back here in his car, which also has lights under the car. Literally, he went back to his house. He got really scared and decided to leave, but a policeman showed up back there. Okay, this doesn't look very good. Guys, I'm parking my car exactly the way he asked. Now he just arrived here, and he's coming to talk to me. I just just wanted to understand why you're wearing that hat, which is an astronaut hat. He said, it's because I wanted to be an astronaut. Look, I know a way for you to become an astronaut and simply go to the moon. And it looks like he wants to do that. So follow me. I'll show you how to become a real astronaut in Brookhaven. Look, you have to stand still here. And he even changed his clothes. Okay, now get ready because you're going to fly away. So much so that I placed this cannon here, and literally he's going to fly very far away. And now he won't bother us anymore. So I got back in the car, and we'll have to escape from here because I don't want to be arrested at all. At some point he's going to come back there, and I'm sure he wasn't very happy with what I did. Even because I wouldn't be happy with that either. But now I'm coming here to hide in this house, and this car fell in here. Seriously, this turned out really cool. It even looks like a work of art. And it looks like the astronaut is coming back here. Literally, he just came back, and this time he became a policeman and came back in the car. I'm sure he's really mad at me, but there's no way he can know where we are. Guys, I'm going to hide here, and both of us are hidden right here. You can see that now he just arrived here, but he noticed that there's something strange in the front. So much so that he's coming here to see this, and this is terrible. This friend of mine was smart and went back here, but I'm still here, so I'll have to get to this part, and I can't let him see me. Okay, I managed to hide from him, and now he's trying to break my car. But I doubt you're going to be able to break this, because this car is armored. But actually, he broke it. Dude, look what you did. But now he just found me, and I know I made you fly very far away, but you broke my car. What you did was much worse. But this friend of mine isn't doing anything. Actually, he grabbed this item, and now he just got here, and literally he placed this cannon and made the player fly very far away. He just fell in this part, and he's coming back up here. Okay, we have to get out of here running, and this is our only chance to escape. Let's get this car and escape from here. So I got in here. Now this garage is being opened, and this friend of mine just left. Really, this car is very cool indeed. But now he'll have to follow me here, because I want to do a very important race. So much so that he got closer, and he said, I don't participate in races. Okay, that's not very cool. It looks like he doesn't want to go to the race. So if you want, we can go to Bob's show here in Brookhaven to see what he's doing. Now he got in the car, and that's really good. Let's see what Bob is going to present. So much so that this policeman passed right in the front, but he didn't see me. Guys, it's good he didn't see me, because now I'm coming here in the front, and finally I want to see Bob's show. But I still haven't seen the Trillionaire. I'm taking them here, and now I'll have to pick up the Trillionaire. Both of them are coming here in the front to see what's going on. But this show is really weird. Seriously, I don't know why he's dancing, but I have to find out where the Trillionaire is. I can even put several lights under the car, but this car isn't mine. So I took this other car. Up here I'll make some modifications, and when it gets night in the city it'll look much better. But I don't know where my friend is, and he's here watching television. Actually, he's watching Bob on TV. Literally, he's in this house. So I came here to pick him up, and I want to see his car. He stood up here and even waved to me. But I want you to show me this car, because this is really weird. For those who don't know, this car is different, because it was really modified. Before, it didn't have these colors. Before, this car was completely different from what it is today. This car used to be like this. You could only change this car's color. But currently, this is very different. Now, the car is like this. You can change this part of the car to whatever color you want. My friend made this car green, and that's really cool. But now the top part of the car is like this. My friend is trying to make this look good, but it's really hard. And he managed to make it very similar. He's almost getting it right. And actually, he got it right. Guys, this is impressive. The color of the car's hood is the same as the car's color. This is something I thought would be impossible, but he managed to do it. Now put a light under the car. So he went back there, and finally it looks like he's going to modify this. But he came back here, and he said, I don't have Game Pass. And it looks like I'll have to buy this for him. This is the new Game Pass that was released in the game, which allows you to put lights under your car. And it's the best Game Pass of all. So I'll give this to him. It costs only 400 Robux. But now that he just received it, he's going there to test it. I got in the car too, and I want to see how this will look. It actually turned out really cool. So much so that he's coming here in the front. But the policeman is looking here. Literally, he just saw me. Look, that's not very cool. Now he's aiming this item in my direction. This friend of mine left here, and now gave this money to him. The policeman got happy, and finally he left. I didn't know it was that easy to get rid of him, but really he ended up leaving. Look, it's impressive what you did. You made the policeman stop chasing me. My friend really saved me. So much so that he's taking me here in the front. But he has to arrive at the show, because I want to see what he's doing. While he's coming here, I'm coming here walking, and I'm sure I'll get here before him. So much so that I'm climbing up here like this. But it looks like he's already here. Literally, he's playing basketball. But it looks like he missed. Look, you're not very good at this. Let me play this because I'm much better than you. So now I finally threw this here in the front. And you can see that I play this very well. So much so that I ended up hitting it. But now let's see the show. He also arrived here. But Bob is simply dancing here in the front. Now he finally stopped dancing and came here to say something. He said, look at my new customized Brookhaven car. Wait, I really want to see this. Now it looks like he's coming back here to get the secret car car, which is hidden right here. This car was hidden here, and finally he's taking the car here in the front. Look, this looks amazing. He's trying to go up here on the theater, but he can't, and finally he ended up making it. Bob's show is really weird, but he got a limousine that has this light under the car. Guys, finally it's starting to get dark, and soon we'll be able to see these cars in a much better way. Now he's coming here to do something. He turned off the light, and you can see that this limousine looks amazing. But I'm leaving here, and you can see that this car looks really beautiful. But I want to make it look more beautiful, and I also want to test the secrets of the Brookhaven update. And Bob, for some reason, ended up arriving here. He said, "I'll help you." Look, I don't know if I want your help, because Bob is simply crazy. But it looks like this friend of mine is coming here to sleep. And if all of them are coming here to sleep, really it's only Bob who will be able to help me. I don't know why this friend of mine has this weird car. So you can help me, especially because you're the only person who can help me right now. So he's coming here in my vehicle, and this car is really weird because it looks like a car that already exists in the game. But actually it looks like an original car that was just made now in Brookhaven. But up here I'll choose another color for this car. Okay, now this looks much more beautiful than before. So much so that another player ended up arriving here, and I've never seen this player before. But this player who arrived here, and he's the judge of the previous race, and for some reason he's giving me this box. I don't know what's in this box, but I'll open this box. And I just got this mask. Now the entire map was unlocked for me. I can see the racing map that I couldn't see before. I don't know what this is that you gave me. He said, let's do a race across the whole map, and whoever loses is banned from the game. Look, this can't be true, because if I'm banned, I won't be able to test the secrets of the update anymore. But now he's just laughing at me, and went back here in his car. Okay, let's do this race. But we have a much bigger problem. The policeman is here in the front, and he's checking the speed of the cars that pass here. And every time I was arrested because of the speed I have in the car, he said, because of the mask you won't be arrested, because he doesn't know who you are. Guys, that's true! This mask protects my privacy, and he won't know who I am. So let's start this race, and I'm ready to beat you. So much so that finally the race started. So I'm coming here in the front, and I'm already beating him. But he started to speed up a lot, and passed me. Literally, he's faster than me. And this is terrible, because maybe he's going to win. Guys, I have to beat him now. I really can't lose to him. I'll even have to make a perfect turn. I'm coming here, and I made the perfect turn. So much so that finally I'm arriving at the end of the race, and I finally passed him, and I basically ended up winning. And now he's going to be expelled. Literally, he's going to be banned from the game. So he left. So much so that he said goodbye, and simply ended up being banned. And even I got a little sad that he left the game. But now I have a bigger problem. This policeman wants to arrest me, and I have to get out of here now. I'm escaping back here, and literally I'll have to escape from him so that I won't be arrested in Brookhaven. So I'm turning here, and I'm running here in the front. But I just jumped right in this part, and accidentally he jumped in the wrong part. So while I'm escaping here in the front, I just jumped on top of this bridge like this, and the policeman crashed his car right in this part. Finally, I'm safe. Bob even saw all of this, and he said, test the secret cars. Yes, I'll test this now. On the right, these 3 cars were released that you already saw. But besides that, this Bugatti was changed and had several modifications. I'll put light on the car, but this time I want to choose a different light up here. There's this light, for example, but I didn't think it's very beautiful. There's also this other really weird light, and I don't know which of these I should choose. I can also leave the car like this. Okay, I left the car like this. This Bugatti had some modifications. Now the front of the car is like this. It has this very different detail on the car, and it's a car that for sure now will be used by more people, because people normally don't use this Bugatti, because this car really is very old. Guys, I'm coming back here in the city, and you can see that player really left the game, just because I beat him in the race. But there's a problem. This policeman saw me here, and he just realized that the person who made him crash the car in Brookhaven is right in front of him. He grabbed this item, and now he's coming here. He's simply chasing me. So again, I'll have to escape from him. So much so that I'm coming here back like this. And finally, I escaped, but I flipped the car. Okay, this is worse than it looks. Now Bob also left here, and we're escaping. We have to hide here in the tree. But he arrived here, and you can see that now the policeman is arriving here in the front to arrest us. But hardly he's going to find us, especially because we're not here. We already left here a long time ago. But Bob, we have to get out of here now. So much so that he's staring at me. And you needed to use the mask too. So much so that he's using it, but this mask doesn't even fit his head. The policeman just arrived here, and he saw us. Really, this is worse than it looks. But policeman, if you want, I'll give you a customized car. And this time, I'm not lying. I really want to give him a customized car, and he has to accept it. So much so that he finally accepted. And this car was also modified, and now the top part of the car is in a different color. But I'll make this car blue, and this will be the policeman's car. This car is getting really beautiful. It's a customized car for you, and this car has the color of your shirt, which is blue. and I want to see if he wants this car. But he refused, and he said, I want a police car now. And he's aiming this item in my direction. Look, but I'm giving you the car for free, and you shouldn't aim this item in my direction. Bob even arrived here, and he threw the policeman in here. Literally, he's in this part, and now we have to get out of here running because he's really mad. You can see that now the policeman left here, and he's really mad about what happened. Even these night vehicles look really beautiful. But now, unfortunately, it's getting morning in Brookhaven, and you can see that the light started to look a little uglier. The light is still more beautiful, but it doesn't draw much attention when it's daytime. And I don't know why, but these two cars are very similar. This car looks a lot like this new car that was released in the update, and for some reason they're very similar. But the back part of this car is totally different from this other car. So I want to see what Bob thinks about it. But it looks like he agreed with me. Dude, you should remove that mask. Really, it looked very weird. Here in Brookhaven, there are these houses you can grab on the right that normally are amazing houses. But today I'll test with you several houses that are totally secret in Brookhaven that I doubt you've seen before. And for that I called this friend of mine who's really mad. For those who don't know, he hates me because he has this house and I have this different house. And here in the neighborhood where I live, the city is divided in two. And everyone here basically hates each other. This side of the city is one team and this other side of the city is another team. But you don't need to be mad at me because I'm your friend. So much that he got happy and he has to help me test the houses that were removed from Brookhaven and also secret houses. Guys, you can see that right here. Bob is literally building a wall to divide the city in two. But this is not turning out very good. Police officer, if you want, I'll do a better job. I can literally improve this. He said, then improve, because Bob doesn't even know what he's doing. Bob's really totally lost. First, you have to remove these walls. Seriously, help me, then I'll help you. So much that the walls were removed. And now you have to place this item on the whole map. This item, for those who don't know, allows me to place items here on the ground. Because if I grab this item and then choose, for example, this house, and try to place it here on the ground, I won't be able to. On the right, it will appear this message saying that I can't, but I can place this item on top of this other item. So really this way, I'll be able to make a giant wall to literally divide the city in two. My friend's even going back here to his house. But police officer, you'll have to help me. You just have to place this item on the whole street, and finally I'll be able to test the houses that are totally secret from Brookhaven. And he agreed to do that. So he's coming here in the front, and he's placing this item on the street. This is really turning out good. This way he'll improve a lot this street from Brookhaven. And now I'll have to do my job. On the right, I'll grab this wall. That actually is a fence. Now I'll place this all over the map to literally divide the city in two. This is really turning out perfect. So much that the street ended up like this, and he'll have to remove the items he placed. Now if he removed this, and the city's finally divided in two. The players are leaving here, and they just realized what just happened. Now you can't access the other side of the city anymore. Even this friend ended up arriving here, and now they're kind of safe because there won't be any more fights. But he's looking here. He said, I don't know why they hate each other. Look, from what I know, it's because of the houses. They have very similar houses, and because of that they hate each other. But I arrived at my house, and for those who don't know, I live right here, and I'll test with you the secret houses from Brookhaven, and also houses that were removed. But my friend ended up arriving here, and you have to help me do this. He said, I know a secret house. Follow me. Okay, I'll follow you. And for that, he'll drive my car. Now he's coming here in the front, and accidentally he's taking the police officer along with us. So he'll also come with us. But he's bringing me here in the front, and I don't know where he's taking me. But the car is really slow. So much that suddenly he started to speed up a lot, and now he just arrived here in the front. Look, this right here isn't a house. He said, it's a house. Why wouldn't it be a house? Wait, you're right. Guys, this is a real house, especially because this looks like a house. So it's a real house. I don't know why the police officer's here, and he shouldn't be here with us. But for those who don't know, this house has a secret version that was totally removed from Brookhaven. You can see that the house used to be like this, and it was one of the most beautiful houses of all because it wasn't destroyed. The trees used to be like this, but nowadays the trees are like this, and this is the house currently, and this is the house before. Before it was much better, and I don't know why, but this house was modified over time. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Right in this part, there's a secret thing, which is this code that's right here in this house. If I go to the first version of Brookhaven and see what's inside here, you can see that there's nothing. Here there's a fridge, and it's really weird to see this house without destruction in the game. But this isn't the only house that changed in the game. There were more houses that had modifications that I want to see with you. But he's looking here. He said, take me to the city. There's a fight going on. Okay, let's go to the city because we have to stop this fight urgently. So now I'm arriving here in the front, and this time I'll use the maximum speed to save as many players as possible from this fight. And guys, from what it looks like, there's a dance battle going on, and my friend's dancing here to defeat the player. But the dance he's using is a very powerful dance, so we can say that my friend ended up winning. Now he's laughing at him, and this player's really mad. So much that he started breaking the fence. Wait, you can't do that. The police officer's aiming this item, and finally finally he stopped doing that. He almost broke the fence to fight with my Roblox friend. I just wanted him to explain to me why they fight so much. Seriously, this doesn't make sense. We're all the same. He said they're the ones who started the fight and they think my house is horrible. Wait, is that why you're fighting? Look, that's a really weird reason. I think you should stop fighting. But he just ignored me and left here. He literally ignored me. It's really going to be harder than it looks to make this fight stop because our neighborhood's really weird. Just because the houses are different, they keep fighting. But I came here to say something. Both of them are looking here and I ask you to apologize to my friend and these fights will finally stop. But he refused to do that and went back to her house. Guys, this is really awful. I don't know how I'm going to make these fights finally stop. He said, why don't you copy his avatar and apologize to your friend? Wait, that idea you had is really good. I'll have to copy a player's avatar and then I'll apologize to a friend. But I don't know how I'm going to copy his avatar. His avatar's really specific. But I had an idea. Now I'm going up here and I'll copy my friend's avatar. Then I'll apologize to this player. And for that I'll remove my items. I'll put this code, then this code, now this code, and finally this one. Now I'm like this. So much that I'm arriving here at his house to apologize. He even noticed that I'm here. He said, what do you want? I came here to apologize. And now even he got scared. But I'll leave here. And I already said everything I wanted to say. And now I'm flying. So much that I changed back my avatar to normal just to avoid problems. Now he's arriving at my friend's house. And it looks like he also wants to apologize. So much that he arrived here. He said, I also want to apologize. Guys, my plan really worked. This friend of mine got scared. And maybe soon we'll be able to remove this wall that divides the city. But now I'm flying away to test more secret houses from Brookhaven. So I just arrived up here, but I don't know where my friend is. And actually he's down here. So I arrived here and let's test more secret houses from Brookhaven. So much that he's arriving here in the front and I don't know which house he wants to test because he arrived in the middle of nowhere. He said there's a totally secret house that was removed. Yes, I already know that, but I want to know what house he's talking about, especially because I'm curious. Now he's arriving here in the front. And he just arrived at the horse stable. I don't know why he brought me here, especially because this isn't a real house. He said, it's a horse house. Wait, he's right. I just grabbed a horse, and I'll leave it right in this part so that this looks realistic. He just grabbed this horse, and now he's taking the horse inside here. This really turned out really cool. But for those who don't know, there's a horse stable that was totally removed from Brookhaven. This is the horse stable before, and you can see that there are things here that were removed. This horse stable is in Brookhaven, but this food warehouse was totally removed. Here there were several foods that were stored. So I'm arriving here exactly to see the foods that were removed. And many things were removed from here. I don't know why they removed this, since this was cool. Seriously, it doesn't make sense that they removed this. It would be amazing if it was in Brookhaven. This thing was also removed, and most of the things that were in the old version of Brookhaven were removed. And this horse stable looks very empty, especially because it's really very empty compared to what it had before. Now I'm coming back here in the car, and I want to test more houses that were removed, because really there are more, and also secret houses. Now I'll crash into this police officer's car, but I don't know whose car this is, because it's not the city police officers. There's also this car that's abandoned, and someone forgot the car there. But now I'm arriving in the city, and I want to ask the police officer if I can finally remove this fence that divides the whole city. And it looks like he let me remove this. Okay, on the right I'll press this button, and now everything was totally removed. There's no longer a wall dividing the whole city. And finally I'll be able to test the secret houses from Brookhaven. So much that even this player got happy. But I'll have to get my friend, and now this friend of mine's arriving here. They really became friends. But guys, on the right I'll grab a totally secret house, and this is the first secret house I'll test today. Because today I'll test more secret houses. But now both of them are mad at me. They became friends, but now they're my enemies. He said there can only be 2 houses in the city. Change now. Look, I can't change house. So much that now I can only have this house, or even this other house. And this friend of mine's going to help me. But he also got mad at me, and now he's protesting. This is really weird, because even my friend got mad at me. So I'm running here, but they're chasing me. I'm being chased, and I don't know how I'm going to escape. But luckily the police officer arrived here, and now he saved me. Look, we have to run away. They're literally chasing me. I was just testing secret houses from Brookhaven, and now they're mad. But seriously, you have to get out of there now. So now finally he started to speed up here in the front, and we're really fast. This way we'll be able to test several secret houses from Brookhaven. The police officer really saved me. The only problem is that I'll have to grab a house really far away so that they don't know where I am. So much that he almost flipped his car. But on the right I'll grab a house here, and I'll delete my house. I just grabbed the same house, but on this lot, because here it's safer. And apparently the police officer's protecting me. Wait, but what are you doing here? A minute ago you were chasing me. He said, I changed teams after they started chasing me. Okay, you're really weird. weird. This house is a house that doesn't exist in Brookhaven. You need this game pass on the right to get this house, but this game pass doesn't exist. You can see that this game pass literally isn't in Brookhaven because it's super secret and few people have this. On the right, there's also this other house that I can grab here in Brookhaven, and you can see that it's a giant house. This house looked really weird here, especially because here there's this tree, and the house ended up above the tree. But I'll carry him, and I'll literally fly away in Brookhaven like this. And so I arrived on top of my house, and now I dropped my friend. But look how weird this tree is. It's literally really close to my house, and it's blocking the view I have of the city. But this is really cool. So I'm coming back here on top again, but it's a little hard to come here. Perfect, I managed to get here, and we can't go back to that city anymore. So much that now these two players are coming here. Guys, I don't know why my friend's chasing me. He's literally my friend, and now he's coming here to destroy my house. Suddenly he got really mad. He said, "Wait, why am I mad at you?" And not even he knows why he's mad. Now he just decided to go back there to his house. But this other player's coming to my house, but it's going to be impossible for you to come here. So much that he's coming here on this ladder. Okay, this is really awful. Now he's climbing up here, but he's not going to be able to get here. He has to do this parkour to get up here. He even just arrived here, and this is really worse than it looks. Now he's climbing up here. He's literally coming, and this is going to be a problem because now we're in danger. But I already know what to do. I'll just fly away. So you just grab this item and now fly away. Perfect. He just flew away, and he's arriving exactly on this bridge. But actually he changed his path, and now he's arriving here in the water. I hope this works. But he's arriving here in the front and started doing a bug to fly farther away. He even for some reason grabbed a yacht. Now he just arrived here and he's aiming this item. He's really mad, and this is awful. He said, "Change house now." He just hates the house that I have. But now I'll fly away. I'm literally flying here and I'm arriving here at my friend's yacht. But now he just left here and I'll have to get in his boat while it's moving. Seriously, this is going to be really cool. I'll have to get in his boat. Okay, I'm arriving at the yacht and it really worked. I'm literally here and my friend's driving this. And this is really different. But there are more secret houses from Brookhaven. I just don't know where he's going. Dude, where are you going now? He's coming here in the front. So I teleported. And for those who don't know, there's this house that's secret. This other house is also secret. But if I arrive here at the hotel, here there's this house on the right, which is the only VIP house from Brookhaven. This is literally the only house that's VIP. And you can see that this house is really different and also really luxurious. This is a secret animation of Brookhaven, where I get completely bugged. And today I want to test with you several secret animations of Brookhaven. So for that I called this friend, and he's exactly here. He said, "You copied my house." Wait, is that what you have to say? I thought he was going to say something important about the animations, but he's talking about my house, which really is the same as his house. So to solve our problem, I'm going to change houses. On the right, I'm going to take this house, and now I just changed houses. In fact, he did that too. Look, this can't be possible. You literally took the same house as me. He said, "You copied me again." Guys, my friend won't help me see the secret animations of Brookhaven. Actually, I'm going to fly away like this. I'm going to ask another player to help me see the secret animations of Brookhaven. So I'm arriving on top of this house, and I want to see if this player will want to help me see this. But I don't know what he's doing here in front. He said, "I want free Robux." Okay, this is a very weird protest. But do you want to help me test the secret animations of Brookhaven? And apparently he accepted. So now I'm arriving right here to simply show the first animation. Now I'm going to press this button, and I stayed like this. And there are also other animations. I want to test all of them now. But for some reason he got scared and literally just ran away from here. Look, he stopped protesting, and now he's running away here in front as if I were a monster. Really, this is weird. So I'm coming after him, but literally I'm arriving here flying. Perfect, I'm arriving here in front faster than him, and he doesn't know this. But I'm literally above him. And guys, I'm going to test with you the next animation, and I'm also going to teach you how to get this. In fact, I arrived right here, and he said, "You suddenly turned into a monster." Look, actually I didn't turn into a monster. I just used an animation, which is this one. If I press this button, I'll stay like this. You can see that I'm really weird. So much that he's watching this, and he's very confused. Really, this is very weird. But I'm going to test even weirder animations. And the animations I'm using aren't on the right. Actually, they're very specific. In fact, he just used a secret animation, and he discovered a new secret animation of Brookhaven. But if you want me to see more animations, I have a challenge just for you. And he accepted to do this challenge. I need him to get in here in the car, and I have a challenge just for you, and you'll have to complete the challenge. So I'm going to give him the car, and he'll have to drive this. Okay, now drive this car, and you have to accelerate here in front at maximum speed. But what he doesn't know is that there's a policeman hidden here who's checking with radar the speed of the players. So now he's passing here running, literally at maximum speed. And the policeman ended up noticing this, and now he's coming here after us. But he ran away from here, and literally he escaped. So much that he hid there. Look, this isn't very nice, because now I was arrested. Literally, I'm being arrested for for no reason. I'm just the passenger of the car. But this way I won't be able to test the secret animations. Actually, I had an idea. To be released from prison, I'm going to test secret animations. And this way I'm going to scare the policeman, and finally he'll let me go. I think this is the only way to be released, especially because I'm being arrested for no reason. So he's arriving right here, and it's time to use secret animations. I'm going to use this animation from the left, and now I'm like this. Guys, I'm completely bugged. And now he got so scared that literally he decided to run away from here. So I'm going to take the chance to escape, and I also want to test more secret animations of Brookhaven. And it looks like he's watching me here, and he tried to hide in the light pole. But I can see you. Now I'm going to buy another animation. The animations are literally on Roblox. There's, for example, this very weird animation. So now I'm going to buy this. Okay, I respawned, and now I got this animation number 4, where I stay exactly like this. And I'm very weird. Literally, my character split in two, and now he's walking alone. I'm sure I'm going to scare the players a lot. So I'm arriving here to talk to him, and I already noticed that you're here in front. I think it's kind of obvious that you're here, policeman. Literally, I'm seeing you, but it's a little hard not to see him. Now he's watching me. He said, use one more animation. I'm recording everything. Look, I'm not afraid of using animations. I just noticed that this player arrived here, and literally he's stealing my car. From what it looks like, he's arriving here, and finally he's not afraid, but he's coming here to save me. In fact, he forgot about me. Guys, I'm exactly here. I'm going to get in his car, and now I was saved. I'm not going to be arrested in Brookhaven anymore, especially because this new friend saved me, but he also crashed my car. But look at the new secret animation I got. I'm going to use this animation, and now I'm walking like this. Really, I'm very weird, and this is the weirdest animation of all. But this player isn't as cool as my friend, and now he's using another animation, and he's completely bugged. I don't know where you got this animation from, but my friend is watching television. Guys, I'm going to get him because I'm sure he wants to see the animations. I just didn't understand what this player is doing here. He's a soldier, but he's very small. This is Bob. He's the smallest soldier of all. Guys, I'm going to use an animation just to scare him. I'm going to choose this animation, and now I'm like this. But he just ended up going back inside. Look, it's really weird that he went back there, and he's going to tell the king what happened. Okay, I have to teleport to avoid problems, and now I appeared at my friend's house. Finally, I ended up coming back, but he showed up here and even waved at me. But look, this is the new secret animation I got, and there are more animations I want to test now, but I'm going to choose the ones that have the most favorites in the last week. And now the best animations have all just appeared. There's this animation that's really weird. I'm thinking about buying it. Now I have to reset my character, and it looks like a friend did that too. Literally, he jumped in a really weird way. But now I'm right here, and he also came here to see the animations. Look, I'm going to show you the animation now. But there's a policeman coming here, so we better run away from here to avoid problems. So much that I'm coming here behind, but the policeman is also coming here. Really, this isn't good. I don't know how I'm going to escape from here, but I jumped up here like this, and now he's aiming this item. Look, you have to leave us alone. I can't stand being chased anymore. He said, use one more animation. I want to see. Okay, I released my friend, but if I use one more secret animation, you won't arrest me? And this time he agreed. Okay, this is very good. So I'm coming here to this place, and I have to choose which of these animations I want to use. Okay, I'm going to use this helicopter animation, where I stay like this. Really, I'm very weird. Even he's laughing at me, and he simply fell here on the ground. But I'm going to use another animation, and there's also this other really cool animation, where I dance exactly like this. Okay, this is the best dance of all. Literally, this dance is really good, and for some reason my friend disappeared. But now this player is coming back here, and that player from before. But actually, he ended up coming back here because he saw me. Look, this isn't very nice, because I abandoned him suddenly, and now he's aiming this item. He said, you're the worst friend of all. You abandoned me. Look, I left because my friend was waiting for me. In fact, the policeman is also aiming this item, but I'm here in the middle. Okay, I'm going to leave here to avoid problems, and I'm going to hide here in the pool. And now both are fighting, but both of them have this item. I don't know if this will work out very well. Actually, I think I'm going to run away from here, so I'm leaving here. But guys, there's a police car arriving here, and actually my friend is inside. Look, what are you doing here with the police car? Literally, he just ended up stealing this, and now he's coming here in the front. He got the most different car of all, because this is a car that should be forbidden for you. So I'm coming here to the kingdom. I want to impress the king with these dances I have. I'm sure he'll be impressed. So now I'm coming here to his house, which is a very different house. Okay, I just arrived here. I'm the professional dancer, but his guard arrived here, and I think this is the worst guard of all. But look at what I can do. I'm going to choose this animation, and now I'm flying like this. And now it looks like he got really scared. I don't know why he got scared. I think he never saw these animations before. But now he arrived here, and from what it looks like, I was banned. Guys, I was banned for no reason. I'm under my friend's car, and it was very unfair that I was banned. But the truth is I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm coming here in the front so my friend can get me. He just ended up passing by. But this item isn't working. I don't know why I'm not flying. So I gave this item to my friend, and literally he can fly away. But I can't. And this item is completely broken for for me. But now I'm simply dancing, and now I want to see more secret animations. By the way, where are the policeman and that player from before? Literally, they disappeared. But my friend also doesn't know where they are. Now he gave me this item, and finally I can fly. And this is very good. And I can fly anywhere I want. So I'm coming here on top of the house where I was banned. Literally, I'm arriving right here to annoy these Brookhaven players. Perfect. I just arrived here, and I'm going to test the secret animations on top of his house. Perfect. I'm using this animation where I'm flying as if I were a real helicopter. But my friend just got a helicopter, and I don't know why he did that. But I'm almost sure he's coming here to see if I'm very similar to a helicopter. But look, I'm basically a helicopter, but I'm much smaller. And here there are two helicopters. There's the helicopter from the game, and there's my Roblox character who suddenly turns into a helicopter. Seriously, this is really weird. But this one became my favorite animation. Really, this is very cool. But he's staring at me here. He said, "How do you get these animations? You still didn't teach?" Yes, soon I'm going to teach how to get the animations. But first I want to take revenge on the king who's literally sitting here. But I have a mission for you. You must find out where the policeman and the other player are. So now it looks like he's leaving here, and it's good that he finds out where this player is. And now I'm going to use one more secret animation. I'm choosing which animation I'm going to buy. This animation is very different, so I'm going to buy it. And there's also this other animation. Okay, I'm going to reset my character, and now I got more animations, and they're all right here. And this is the first animation of all. I'm flying like this. Guys, I'm flying in a very cool way that I've never seen before. I think this will be very cool if I used it in the water. Really, it's a very different animation that I've never seen before. But I want to show this to my friend. I don't know where he ended up, so I'm going to get this car, and now I'm looking for my friend. But actually, he's right there. Suddenly, he's here spying on someone who's inside. Actually, the two players are here, and I don't know what they're doing here. But the policeman noticed that I'm here. Guys, I'm going to use this animation, and now I'm hidden. But this didn't work. Now both are aiming this item, and both are mad at me. But I'm going to test the secret animation of Brookhaven, that I'm flying like this now. Both are seeing this, and this animation is very good. There's also this animation where I'm flying like this. Literally, I'm flying as if I had powers. Really, this is very cool. But he placed a bed on the ground. Look, why did you place a bed on the ground? Now he's carrying me. Really, this is very bad. For you who don't know, I'm literally underground, and he just ended up throwing me here. Wait, but actually I'm in a secret place. I thought this was my end, but actually I'm underground. Now the policeman is laughing at me. He said, "This noob will never bother us again." Look, is that what you think? So much that I grabbed this item, and now I'm going to place it up here. But from what I'm seeing, he's exactly here, so I'm going to place this item exactly here. But guys, he managed to get out of the cannon, especially because I couldn't activate this button. Okay, they noticed that maybe I'm down here, but now this player arrived here. Look, this isn't very good. Literally, he came here, and now I have to escape from here. But this time I'm going to enter a secret passage, which is exactly here. This is a secret passage that I doubt he'll find out that I'm here. And now literally he's coming here. I hope he passes by and doesn't see that I'm here. But he's going up here. For you who don't know, he's coming here to the bank. But look, I'm not at the bank. Now I'm going to get out of here like this, and I'm simply safe. Even the policeman is staring at me here, and now he's aiming this item. I don't know why he's so mad at me. He said, "Were you spying on me there?" Look, I was looking at what was happening because you two were enemies. And my friend just showed up here. The policeman is looking back here, but I'm going to place this item here, and now the policeman will fly away. Literally, he just disappeared. Okay, I'm going to remove this item, and we have to escape from here. Look, you better come here so we can escape. And now I got a police car, but I want to test more secret animations. But this truck is bothering me, so I'm going to take it out of the way. I don't know why they placed a truck back there, but the player teleported here. He said, "Stay on your side of the city. This side is mine." But this is really weird. So much that he started placing trucks here. Guys, I don't know what he's doing, but he placed several trucks because he doesn't want me to come here. But he's placing a lot of trucks, so I don't pass. Really weird what he's doing. There are more than 5 trucks here, but all of them are completely bugged, and this is really weird. Now they placed one more truck, but it's the policeman who's doing this. Guys, he had to teleport because he was stuck in the truck. Really, what you did is very weird. Now he became the guard here, and this player also became a guard, so I don't pass. Look, I'm not going to pass there. Really, I'm not interested in going back to the city. I'm going to stay on my side of the city, which is much better. And he agrees with me, especially because here we have a nuclear plant that's being built. The best things of the city are here, and you just have to choose an animation you want. After that, you buy it, and click here on animations, and simply equip it. After that, reset your character, and now you got the secret animations. And even he came here to see this. I'm going to have to press the dot, and then all these animations will appear. The animations I just bought will appear, like this one, which is a very funny animation. In fact, literally, I'm flying now. I'm going to use another animation, and you can see that I'm lying on the ground. But this animation isn't very good. This animation is the worst of all because I stay lying down, but then I get back to normal. There's also this animation where I'm flying like this. Look, I'm flying here, and even my friend is seeing this. He said, I wanted this animation, and it's true. He should have this animation because it's very good. But I'm going to use another animation on the right. Actually, there aren't more animations. I have to buy more. Look, a really cool thing I can do is that I can use one of these animations, and I can also use another animation on the right. Like this animation where my hand stays raised. Or even I can stay like this, where actually I'm handcuffed. Really, this is very different. I get completely bugged from time to time. Sometimes I get completely bugged. But look, I got my car back because I have a very important mission. We have to annoy those players again. But this time I'm going to do it a little better. I'm going to fly away here in Brookhaven, and I'm literally going to reach the other side of the city like this. But I don't know how I'm going to fly away. Really, this will be very hard, especially because the game is under construction. So I'm flying away exactly here, but it didn't work, and now it looks like he's laughing at me. Look, I had an idea. This time I'm going to speed up a little more than usual, and I have to be able to fly away. So now I'm speeding up here in the front, and this time this has to work. But actually, I'm in this house. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. But now I'm flying here in the front like this, and I'm literally passing right up here. So much that now he's coming here, and this isn't very good. I'm simply being chased, but I'm just going to fly away like this, and he's only watching this. I can escape wherever I want because I know how to fly. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.